Before the video begins, let me know your Tarantino rankings. This is a hard list to make since my favorite Tarantino film went down drastically. Not because it's bad. I realize it's bad. No Quentin Tarantino is bad. But it's just others I find more enjoyable, and I have to realize that I enjoy them more. Jackie Brown. Before I even saw the movie, and I knew, and when I knew like what it was, it didn't look like my thing, and surprise, surprise, it wasn't. I don't know. It's just not, it didn't like convince me, if you know what I mean. Like I don't know. It's just something. It's just Tarantino has dialogue throughout, but there's action in it. Well, there's entertaining stuff. There's no entertain. I'm just. There's some enjoyment. This is an okay film. Not this is not a good Tarantino film. Tarantino film. This is an okay Tarantino film. Every now and then, when like Samuel L. Jackson shot Chris Tucker and Robert De Niro, and when Robert De Niro shot Bridget Fonda, I'm like, what happened? And then I'm invested. Besides that, it didn't convince me. It's just, I knew it was gonna be my. I wasn't excited to watch it, and rightfully so. It's still an okay movie by Tarantino, but it's not my thing. Death Proof. It's way better than Jackie Brown. This is the first good Tarantino film. Kurt Russell and the Death Proof car is great. The first half of the movie with the like main characters, I like them a lot. I like the characters. The down in Mexico scene, brilliant. um, but after that, it went super slow. I didn't like the characters. The Zoe Bell, I think. I think she's from Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't know. I don't remember the actress' name. Some other one, and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I think her name is. Really, I watched it because of her. That's it. And then she like left. She wasn't even in the rest of the movie. But the ending like saved the movie for me because it was practical. I like the themes in it where it said like a bunch of CGI and stuff. I agree with that completely. But it's just the second act. It's just so boring. Trigger warning: if you love Inglourious Bastards, Inglourious Bastards is all it's way down. This is the first. That's great. Yeah, it's the first great Tarantino film. I I don't get me wrong, I do enjoy Inglourious Bastards. It's just the trailer I watched made it seem like it's only about the bastards and not this her. I was unexpectedly like I didn't find her storyline that particularly interesting. The beginning is great, like her character setup. It's just like every scene with her is I didn't find interesting. Besides the ending when she like told her friend to light up the film, and then when she got shot by Baron Zemo from Captain America Civil War. Um, the say goodbye to your Nazi waltz. That's say auf Wiedersehen, I think. That's a very epic scene. I like the poster a lot, but it's not. It doesn't have the Tarantino music that I can remember, but it's still a really great movie. It's just not as entertaining as the other ones. Okay, that it's still entertaining. Okay, sorry, that kind of threw me off. Even I said that, so it's yeah, I like it. Don't get me wrong. The Hateful Eight. I don't see much of the hate. Of course, it could be way shorter, but I was entertained the whole way. The 70 millimeter, I have a problem with the black bars because they always seem like they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. This is like the smallest, but of course it was shot in 70 millimeter. I mean 65 millimeter, but it was projected in 70 millimeter. Um, I'm a nerd. Um, So the Hateful Eight, I enjoyed the movie a lot. The twists in it when Channing Tatum, I think his name is, when he came from the floorboards and shot Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, that hurt even. But yeah, it's a very enjoyable film. I don't see like a lot of the hate, but like it could be way shorter. I mean, Quentin, come on, could that you could have like cut out a lot of the opening, like. My favorite Tarantino before I've seen the rest, Reservoir Dogs. This is my second favorite movie of all time, but not my favorite Tarantino, if that makes sense. Um, this movie changed my mind. It blew me away. Yeah, it's very low budget, 1.2 million, I think. Um, it's the twists in the movie got me like, oh wow, this changed my what was that word? To change my It changed my life. Yeah, that's what it is. It blew me away. Like I don't want to spoil any of the movies because this movie in particular, because this is my first Tarantino I've ever seen, and I'm glad I did because everybody was introduced to Tarantino with this. I was introduced to Tarantino with this, and I'm glad I did. I'm glad I was. Whenever I talk Kill Bill, I have to like play the music and show the short. I'm sorry, I just have to. I just have to. Kill Bill is very fun. It's I don't consider it. It's one movie because Tarantino says it's one movie, and if you say it isn't, you're actually just wrong. Um, this the first half is way better than the second half. It's the beginning of the second half. It's very slow, but after you just have to get through the beginning and then the end, and then the rest is it's amazing. But it's really the reason why it's all the way down, because it's way down because of this one. It kind of disappointed me the beginning, but the rest peak Kill Bill. I love the editing in the movie. It was fantastic. I'm sorry. It easily has my favorite. I think it has my favorite soundtrack of any Tarantino film. Uh, it introduced me to a lot of new songs. Good Thing, Bring It a Lovin', what? The Neil Diamond song. I can't remember. I can't quite remember the name. Salvation Army or something like that. And I think one more, but I can't quite remember. um, the ending of this movie is amazing. This is my second favorite ending of all time. The cast, peak casting. Although I did kind of find all of Leonardo DiCaprio's parts like shooting the western kind of, but besides that, it is a fantastic movie and I highly recommend it. And it is my third favorite Quentin Tarantino. This movie actually showed me that you can use a rap song good in a movie. I despise rap songs. Well, 90s rap, good. Today's music is bad. It's just bad. There's some gems every now and then, but just garbage. But this when the shootout scene in Candyland, this is the rap song used. It was actually pretty good in the scene, and yeah, it's a pretty good rap song. It has the usual rap stuff, but it was pretty well used in the film. But Django Unchained is my second favorite Tarantino movie and the second Tarantino movie I've ever saw. So, and it's a very fun time. It's like Kill Bill. It's like action. It's an action movie. Kill Bill and this one is like his action movies. The rest are not so much action, but they're entertaining. But this one, it would have been my favorite Tarantino of all time if another movie didn't exist. Girl, you'll be a woman soon. I don't want to be a cliche, but it's Pulp Fiction. I mean, it's Pulp Fiction. How can you not read Pulp Fiction? I was contemplating which one was better, Reservoir Dogs or Pulp Fiction, but sorry, Reservoir Doggos, Pulp Fiction. The music, Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon, Lou, I don't know how to pronounce it. Another one I forgot. This soundtrack is pretty good. Once Upon a Time, good, not really, but still very good. The part when Mia overdoses, that's one of the funnest scenes I've ever had with a what's it called, a scene. That was I had so much fun with it. It grinds to a halt the pace when it goes to Bruce Willis's character, the boxer, but right when he finds out he lost his watch, then it picks up. But it's that little moment, it just stops very hard the pacing of how fast it was. But it's Pulp Fiction. I mean, it's Pulp Fiction. You knew this was coming. Sadly, I don't want to be a cliche, but it's amazing. If you watched all the way, thank you. And this is my Tarantino collection film, the collection. I own Desperado as well. It's a great movie. Salma Hayek is one of my new loves now. Yeah, this is my most proudest collection. If I had every single Christopher Nolan movie, that would be my proudest collection, but I don't. So this is my proudest collection. I don't have Death Proof, but it's the one movie I'm okay not owning, but I would like to own. What are your rankings of Tarantino, and what placement of what film do you think is like the most hot take? I think it's gonna be Inglourious Basterds, but it's just my opinion. Yeah, thank you for watching. Favorite song from each. This doesn't really matter. I don't know. Across 11th Street. Death Proof. Down in Mexico. Inglourious Basterds. I don't know any. I don't recognize any songs. Hateful Eight. I think it was like a Buffalo. It was one of the Buffalo like people. I don't remember the band. Something about around Buffalo. Little Green Bag. Battle Without Honor and Humanity or something like that. I don't remember any music from that one. I think it's gonna be Bring a Little Lovin', the rap song at the end. That's actually pretty interesting that I like a rap song. And Girl, You Be Mine, I think.